everyone, my name's Jason Bell. It's been a while since I've posted a poker video. I apologize about that. I've had some family stuff on the weekends come up and just couldn't get around to plan to go into a club or to go to the casinos in Louisiana. Well, today I am parked in front of the Post Oak Poker Club in Houston, Texas. So I was debating whether or not to go to Louisiana or just play in Houston, and I just decided to go ahead and play here. I wasn't in the mood for a 2.5 hour road trip. Yeah, I'll pay $70 in fees going to this poker club, but that's all right. I'm gonna give it another shot, see how it goes. Gonna play some 1-3 Texas Hold'em. Let's go do it. Alright guys, so I've only played for 3 hours, and so with $15 an hour, that was $45. It was kind of a rough day. I only have 2 hands to report because it was just, cards just weren't going my way. I'd get pretty decent cards, but never ever hit the flop, the turn, or the river. Just the board, I did not connect at all the entire day. But the first hand I want to go over, I looked down at Queen Jack in the cutoff position. There's one limper. I raised at $12 and there are 2 callers. The flop is 10-9 Queen. It checks to me and I bet $20. Both of the other players call. Now my pot sizing here, I bet about half the size. You know, I've got top pair. I know they could be on a straight draw. So I bet 20 bucks. I thought that was an appropriate amount. The turn was another queen, so it was in my favor. I now have trip queens, and it checks to me again, and I bet $75, which might have been a little bit too big, but the other 2 players folded and I take it down. It might have been good. Maybe if I bet 35, 50, you know, they might have called, but they could have. I don't know, I think 75 was the appropriate amount. I didn't want them to draw for a straight, but anyways, I take the pot down. It was a decent sized pot. Okay, so that hand happened in probably the first hour, maybe the first 30 minutes, and then since then I'd get King Jack suited, I'd get Ace Jack or Ace Queen offsuit, I'd get pocket 8s, pocket 4s. I get some pretty decent cards, and I'd either raise the, I'd raise the pot either $10 or $12, come in, be the first raiser. Or if I'd get like pocket 8s, I'd raise the pot $12 and somebody else would raise it $30. So I'd surely call that $30. I'm not gonna fold pocket 8s, that's a little bit nitty. And then, the board would come Queen, Jack, Ace or something like that, and it didn't work out well. And then on an Ace Jack, I'd have an Ace Jack or an Ace Queen or an Ace 10, and the board I've never hit it. It just was never ending. I guess I got a little bit tilted. I had about $160 left behind me at one point in time. This is about almost towards the end of my session, and I raised it to $12, and then a guy 3 or 4 spots behind me, he raises it $50. I end up raising it all in. I was tilted. I had, like I said, 160 bucks. He ends up having pocket queens, and the board does not improve. My last hand of the day, which was the very next hand, at this point I recashed in for another $200 to play this very last hand, and I had looked down at pocket kings. So of course, you know what's going to happen. I raise it $12 again, the first enter of the pot. Somebody raises it $40 or $45, and then I end up going all in for another 2 for my remaining 185, whatever it is. And there are 2 callers. There were 3 ways. All of us are all in. 3 ways to a flop. I don't improve, but everyone shows pocket aces, I show pocket kings, and the other guy shows pocket queens. It was absolutely insane. Nobody improves on the flop. On the turn is an ace, but there are 3 diamonds out there, and I've got the king of diamonds, and so a diamond would help me on the river. I would win a nice $600 pot and would have saved my day, but on the river it is not a diamond. I do not improve, and I lose what I bought in for. I bought in for 500 and I'm out. So I played for just under 3 hours, and I think I've had enough. I'm a little bit too tilted. But again, this is a great establishment. I'll definitely be back. It beats going to Louisiana, and I've got a 25-minute drive home versus a 2.5 to 3 hour drive home. So I'll definitely do that. Now, what's great is that this establishment let me film on the inside a little bit this time, as long as I couldn't show anybody's faces. So I'm gonna go back in there on my way out and try to film as much as I can. Show you all around as much as possible. Alright guys, I'm back home, and it took me about 25 minutes to get home. But in looking back at it and thinking it over the past 20-25 minutes, I don't think I played poorly today. Even when I went all in on those pocket nines, it was against a guy who would constantly raise and go all in on queen deuce, 7-5 suited. You know, something that just, it didn't make sense. There were a couple of guys at the table today that were like that, would constantly raise on nothing. Queen 2, I mean, jack 4 suited. You know, it was pretty amazing. So I'm not disappointed in my pocket nines going all in or my pocket kings going all in. Even though I lost 500 on the session today, I can keep my spirits up because I didn't play poorly. At least I don't think I did. So the hands where I got like ace queen, ace jack, or pocket eights or whatnot, you know, I'd raise it pre-flop, which is what you're supposed to do, and what I do at least. I think when you have like pocket eights or ace queen, you know, of course you need to open the pot if you're the first to act, or if people have folded before you. I mean, you've got to open the pot, and the standard raise in this case was $12, and somebody would have raised me 35, and I'd call with pocket eights or ace queen. Of course I call. But then the board would just not hit, and so I would lose $30 to $50 a hand on just hands like that. I just wouldn't hit. You know, they might c-bet, and on an occasion where I had a pair, there might have been, you know, pocket pair, there might have been too many overcards out there, and even I'd have to fold a c-bet of $60 to $80, and it just wasn't worth it to call. And I'm glad I folded those hands, because on the turn and river I wouldn't have hit it. So I played it right. You know, it's just variance. In any case, again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and make sure you hit that notification button so it comes to you as soon as I post the videos, and feel free to leave some comments. Tell me what you think about this Post Oak Poker Club and poker in Texas in general. So, you know, when you're paying on the hour versus, say, when you're in Vegas or Louisiana and you pay a rake, you know, like 10% of the pot. So let me know your thoughts. Feel free to leave comments and suggestions, and thanks for watching.